Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela and today is the final week of the OWLS readathon. So if you watched my last vlog, I did say that I was planning on doing a weekly reading vlog for the last final week of the OWLS readathon. And here I am. It's Wednesday the 22nd, I want to say. So we have, what, like 8 days left of the month. And a bitch has a lot of books I need to read. So yeah, I don't think that this is going to be completed, but I can hope. So I'll just show you what I still have to read, and then we'll see what I actually get done this week. So I still have to finish The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I'm on page 337, and I will definitely be finishing this like by tomorrow because I'm doing a buddy read with this, and we are finishing it tomorrow. So this will be completed. I am actually going to sit down right after I'm done filming this clip and read like the rest of the book, which is kind of a lot, but I'm going to do it. This book is completing the Defense Against the Dark Arts prompt, which is to read a book by the sea or coast. So I don't know what these books, like what their prompts are, and I'll figure that out later. I just don't care about it right now. But the 3 books I have to read after I finish The Starless Sea is A Million Junes by Emily Henry, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. So this one is pretty thick, but I'm not actually that nervous about it because the writing is so big, and it's a middle grade, so I don't think it'll be that hard to fly through. This I'm not too worried about, but I am worried about this. It's a reread. I've read it before. Okay, actually, now that I'm looking at it, the words are pretty big on the page, so I think I could probably fly through it. So, I mean, maybe I can complete the OWLS, we'll see. But right now, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna finish The Starless Sea. I'm really hoping that this vlog doesn't flop and that I don't, delete all the footage like I usually do with my weekly vlogs, because I feel like I never put enough substance in it. But this one is going up because it's the final week and I want this documented. I'm gonna go read this and I will catch you later. Hey guys, so I just filmed a video that will definitely be up before this. It's my Hero Readathon TBR, which you should definitely think about participating in. It's a month-long readathon taking place in May, and definitely go check out that video if you want to hear more about it. I will leave that video linked down below if you want to go check it out. But what I should update you now is I've decided what my next read is going to be, and I'm going to read Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. I picked this one because I think it'll be easy to fly through. It is like, let me see. It's 461 pages, but it is middle grade, and the writing is like really big. Like there's not much writing on a page, so I think I'll be able to fly through this. And at this point in the readathon, I weirdly have a feeling like I could complete it if I really tried. So I'm definitely going to read some of this. I haven't started it yet, but I just wanted to update that I am going to start this. I think I want to clean out my closet today too. I may have accidentally placed an order for new clothes for $230, so I definitely need to clean out my closet, and I know that there's some clothes that don't fit me anymore, so yeah, I'm definitely going to do that, but just wanted to give you a little update. So it's now Friday morning, and I finished The Starless Sea last night. I officially finished the entire book, and I did my video chat with Sage, Sarah, and Angel, and so now I want to talk to you guys about it because I don't really know what I think. I can't tell if I love it or if I hate it. I don't actually know if I explained what it's about, so let me just do that quickly. It's about this guy named Zachary, and he's in college, and he finds a book in his college library that is like oddly placed in the library, and it doesn't scan out of the library, but they let him take it anyways. And then he goes home and he reads it, and this book has a whole bunch of like little whimsical stories, and one story is something that happened to him. Like there's a story of him in the book, and this book pretty much sends him on a huge adventure. He ends up finding this like underground society kind of called the Starless Sea. It's very confusing, and I feel like anything I say about it might be a spoiler, so I don't want to say too much, but I do want to tell you my thoughts. So if you have read The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, it very much has the same writing style. Like it's definitely Erin Morgenstern who wrote it, and I really enjoyed The Night Circus. And this one, I can't tell if I enjoyed it, and that's what's so weird to me, is that I don't know how I feel. I feel like even though it has a really open ending, and I don't mind open endings, and I think that like the end of the book, I felt like content with how it wrapped up. I felt content with how it ended. Like it felt like a solid ending, but I feel like there was so much not explained throughout the entire story, and like I might just be dumb. I don't know, like I might just be dumb and not understand this book, but I feel like there's a lot not explained. And like when I was on my video chat last night, we all had so many questions that we were like, we wish were just explained a little bit more. And I felt like some of the characters were very underdeveloped. Like there's some side characters that I don't really know if they would be considered main characters, but I feel like they're big enough side characters that they should warrant like a story for themselves, and we didn't really get that. I'm gonna say the characters' names, and if you read the book you'll know who they are, but like I feel like a character named Dorian should have been built up better. I feel like the character named Mirabelle should have been built up, because Dorian has this huge like past background that we don't get to know any of. Like we just hear about it and then that's it. I almost want to say it was like it was very whimsical just to be whimsical. At the same time, I say all that stuff, but I also really enjoyed it. And like I liked Zachary. I liked reading about it. I liked how everything tied together, even if things weren't described enough. I like how the stories at the beginning of the book tied together with everything at the end. It's definitely a book I want to reread, because I feel like upon a reread I would understand everything a lot more, and I feel like things would tie together a lot more, because I would understand how everything at the beginning ties together at the end if I miss certain things. But I think it was really well done how everything tied together. All I can say really is that I'm just confused. I'm very confused, and even after talking about it with people, I'm still very confused, and I want more. Like I wish this book could have been like an 800-page book and I would have been okay with it, because if that meant giving me a little bit more, I want more. I wanted things to be a little bit more developed. So that's my thoughts on the Starless Sea. I don't know what I think about it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time reading it. I really got sucked into the world. But then at the end of it, I was just left a little bit dull. Like I wanted more from it. But at the same time, I think the ending really wrapped up. I think it's one of those books where you need to read it yourself to fully form your own opinion. Because I feel like it's so hard to explain, and it's so hard to talk about if you haven't read it. Like it's so hard for me to even say my thoughts on it, because I don't want to spoil anything, and there's so much that happens, like so much. I don't even know. Like when I give you that little description of Zachary finding the book with the story of himself, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. Like there's so much more than that. So the book I started last night was Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. I am 50 pages in. I'm on chapter 3. And I can definitely read this super fast. And the pages are like short. I feel like they're shorter than normal pages. But I'm 50 pages into this and I'm enjoying it, but I'm definitely seeing parallels with Harry Potter. It's basically about this girl named Morgan Crow, and she is a cursed child, and there's many cursed children, I think, but she's a cursed child, which basically means that when she interacts with people, bad things happen to them, I guess. Like one example is that this kid is in a spelling bee and Morgan wishes him good luck, and then he like fails the spelling bee. Another one is that her gardener dies, and they ask Morgan, they're like, did you ever interact with him? And she was like, yeah, I said I liked his garden like a year ago. So every time she interacts with somebody, something bad happens. And also, since she's cursed, pretty much means that she has a shorter life. She only has like 11 years to live, and on a specific day, or I can't tell if it's a specific day or like a specific year, she's meant to die, and that's on Eventide. That's like the end of the age, and I want to say they're in the 8th or 9th age, but once that age ends at Eventide, she's meant to die. Eventide, just like right where I ended, the clock struck Eventide, so I guess we're gonna see what happens there. It reminds me of Harry Potter though, because her dad, I can't remember his name,
Corvus. I want to say it's Corvus. Corvus, yeah, her dad Corvus really reminds me of like the Dursleys from Harry Potter, because he is a politician and Morgan kind of gives him a bad reputation because she's a cursed child. He's very like closed off and he's kind of abusive towards her, so that is one parallel I'm already noticing. But she goes with Corvus, her father, to this bid day, and I guess these companies or these like rich people bid on these kids that they want to invest in, because I think they have like good education, or they want to help them with their education. And Morgan gets bidded on, which she shouldn't be because she's a cursed child, so she doesn't have a long lifetime, so it's like not worth it. And she gets a bid, and the mayor who's running this bid day pretty much says like it's a joke that she got these bids. But that night when she goes home and she gets another bid in her room, and I think that that's probably where the story is really going to start. And it's kind of like the Hagrid character who comes and like, you know, takes Harry and tells Harry he's a wizard and takes him away. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing parallels with Harry Potter, but I'm excited to read this. I'm enjoying it so far, but let me just say, there's this one line in books that kills me every time, and it's like the line, you know how everybody hates the line, like, they let out the breath they didn't know they were holding, which, by the way, I will say that has already been said in this, but the line that absolutely kills me and irks me, and I just hate this line, is when they say, like, they shook their head to get rid of the thought, or they, like, shook it out of their head, and it just kills me for some reason, because, like, people just don't do that. Like, do people do that? And I just don't, but I just hate that line, and it's said in probably every single book I've ever read, but I just hate that line, and it's been said in here already. So just like little things like that, but I don't think I'm far enough in to actually give any solid opinions on it yet, so I'm gonna have to read more and then let you guys know. But that's basically all the updates I have right now, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, so I'm just here making craft dinner, and I'm doing something that I think is like the epitome of who I am. So I'm making craft dinner while eating an ice cream sandwich, and if that doesn't explain exactly who I am, I don't know what does. Hi friends. So I haven't read anymore yet, because I don't know why. But the reason I'm here to talk to you is I got a package, and I'm gonna open it with you guys. Even though I know what it is, I will open it and then I'll talk to you about it. One sec. Oh my fuck, why do they make them so hard to open? I'm still struggling with the box. Okay, got it. Got it. So after approximately struggling with that box for 5 minutes, I got it open, and I ordered When the Moon Was Ours by Anna Marie Mecklemore. I got this because I have to read it for a class that I'm taking in the spring semester, and I like saw that this was on the reading list, and I was very, very excited because I want to read this anyways. To everyone who knows them, best friends Miel and Sam are as strange as they are inseparable. Roses grow from Miel's wrists, and rumors say that she spilled out of a water tower when she was 5. Sam is known for the moons he paints and hangs in the trees, and for how little anyone knows about his life before he and his mother moved to town. But as odd as everyone considers Miel and Sam, even they stay away from the Bonner girls, 4 beautiful sisters rumored to be witches. Now they want the roses that grow from Miel's skin, convinced that their scent can make anyone fall in love, and they're willing to use every secret Miel has fought to protect to make sure she gives them up. So obviously it's a bit of fabulism, which I think that's the correct word. I saw like a discussion on Twitter about using magical realism and how that's not the correct word, and I think the one that we should be using is fabulism. But if you know anything about that, please let me know down below, because I want to make sure my speech is correct. I'm very excited for this. I think that Kayla from Books and Lala loves this book, so I want to read it and I want to see if I enjoy it too. I mean, I have to read it because I have to read it for class, but yeah, I just wanted to unbox that. I just want to say I think I found a new filming setup right here, because like the light is like great here, and I feel like that this light is just like making me a whole new person. Hey, so it's now Tuesday. I haven't vlogged in a hot minute, but I thought I would come on here and tell you some things I've decided. So I think I'm gonna give up my OWLS TBR. Because I just don't feel like reading the books I have on it right now. I read 5 out of 8 of my books that was on my TBR, and I feel like that's pretty good. I obviously am not like gonna pass it or anything, but I just like want to read what I want to read, and there's only 2 days left in the month anyways, and I'm definitely not gonna finish anything by then. So yeah, I think I've decided to just set down the books I'm currently reading for the OWLS, which is Nevermore. I'm honestly just kind of not feeling this right now. Like, I'm a little bit bored. I am just conflicted on this one because I know so many people love this book. I'm only 50 pages into, so like it could get so good, but I'm honestly just bored right now. And I think it's just because I just don't want to read this right now. I think I just am not in the mood for it. So I'm going to set it down. I'm not like DNFing it or anything. I'm just setting it down and I will come back to it another time. But now I have another problem because there's 3 books that I want to read, but I'm not sure which one to read. So the first book I want to read is the second book in the Game of Thrones series, A Clash of Kings. I just read Game of Thrones. I talked about it in a vlog, a 24-hour vlog, and I will post up down below if you want to check out my thoughts for the first one. But my boyfriend and I are currently watching season 1 of the show because I wanted to like read the book and then watch the show. But we're almost done season 1 and I want to continue on, so I feel like I should read the second one, and I'm honestly in the mood for this. Who am I? I don't even know, but I'm in the mood to read Game of Thrones, a high adult fantasy. And the second book I want to read right now is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Lunar Chronicle series, I think, and I'm not really sure what it's about, so I'm not going to try to tell you, but I have it from the library, and I waited so long for this book, and I only have 18 days left to read it, so I really want to read that. I really enjoyed Cinder. I gave it 5 stars, and so I'm assuming I'm gonna like the rest of the series too, so I really want to read that. And the third book I can't decide between is What Unbreakable Looks Like by Kate McLaughlin. I hope I said that last name right. But this is an ARC I got. I'm not sure when it comes out. Let me check. Okay, so this comes out June 23rd, and it's an ARC I got from NetGalley. So I do have a bit of time to read it. Like, I have, like, almost 2 whole months, but I am, like, really interested in it, and I want to read it. And I'll tell you what it's about. Lex was taken, trafficked, and now she's Poppy. Kept in a hotel with other girls, her old life is a distant memory. But when the girls are rescued, she doesn't quite know how to be Lex again. After she moves in with her aunt and uncle for the first time in a long time, she knows what it is to feel truly safe, except she doesn't trust it. Doesn't trust her new home, doesn't trust her new friend, doesn't trust her new life. Instead, she trusts what she shouldn't because that's what feels right. She doesn't deserve good things. But when she is sexually assaulted by her so-called boyfriend and his friends, Lex is forced to reckon with what happened to her, and that's just because she is used to it. Doesn't mean it's okay. She's thrust into the limelight and realizes she has the power to help others, but first she'll have to confront the monsters of her past with the help of her family, friends, and a new love. So like I said, I have like 2 months to read this. I've been in the mood to read some hard-hitting contemporaries recently, so I might pick up that one, but like logistically, like what would make the most sense would probably be to read Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, just because it is a library book and I only have 18 days left to read it, and I think it's like 500 pages almost. So okay, I think I just decided right now I'm gonna pick up Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. It doesn't fit in my TBR for the Owls in any way, I don't think, but I'm just going to pick it up. I definitely won't finish it by the end of April, but I am going to continue this vlog till the end of April. So today is Tuesday the 28th. I think May 1st is on Friday, so I'll vlog for like 3 more days, and I don't know, it'll just be like a weekly vlog, I guess. Also, I haven't edited any of this footage yet, so I feel like it might be a mess of a vlog because I don't even know what I've been filming, but it's going to go up, so you're going to see it, so it might be messy, but thanks for taking the ride with me. Okay, I'm going to read Scarlet, and then if I finish that before this vlog ends, I'll be very surprised, but if I do, then we'll pick between the next 2 books. Probably going to pick up Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, A Clash of Kings after that. Okay, I don't really have anything else to update. Just wanted to tell you I'm not reading Nevermore anymore, and I'll catch you next time. Hi friends, so it's now Wednesday, I think. It's now Wednesday, and I think I said, like, maybe yesterday, in one vlog clip, I said that I don't think I'm going to be finishing any more books this month, but then last night I was sitting and I was like, you know what, I only have 2 days left of the month, but I'm going to finish 2 books. So, in order to do that, I have to read 50% of the book today and then 50% tomorrow to finish, and I think that it's doable. So I guess I should tell you what books. So I started an audiobook last night of Sing Unburied Sing by, oh shit, I can't remember the author, but I'll post a picture of it right here so you'll see the author. And I am 37% into that already because I started it yesterday, and I will definitely be able to get to 50% today, maybe even more, because I've decided that I want to start going on walks every day. So I listened to like an hour and a half of it yesterday because I listened to it at 1.75 speed, and then I listened to some of it this morning, so I'll definitely be able to get 50% through it. And then the other book I'm trying to get through is what I told you I was going to start, Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I read like 2 chapters last night, and then I asked my friend Lisa from Lisa Marie Reads what is like the halfway point of that book, because I'm reading it on my tablet, so I can't actually see 50%. and she told me that around chapter 23 is 50%, so I have to read to chapter 23 today, which I don't think will be hard because the chapters are so short. Like, the chapters are literally like 3 pages long. So I'll definitely be able to get to chapter 23 today, and then I have to finish both of those books tomorrow. So those are the 2 books I have to complete, and then I'll have completed 2 more books for this month. And I feel like maybe that'll add some more like reading content to my vlog, because I edited everything I have up until this point last night, and I don't think I've read a single book in this vlog. I don't think I've finished one, but I was like already at the tail end of that one, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this vlog is like has no reading in it. So I'm gonna read for you guys. I'm gonna get 2 books done. I'm gonna tell you about those books.
Bitch, you thought.
And hopefully that'll make it more of a well-rounded reading vlog. I should probably get reading now, so I'm gonna do that, and I will catch you guys later. So I'm 67% of the way through Sing Unburied Sing, and I thought that I should probably tell you guys what it's about since I didn't do that earlier. So honestly, I'm just going to read off the Goodreads description of it, because I'm gonna be honest, one of the things I fucking hate doing is trying to explain what a book is about. Especially if I haven't read it all the way through, because then I'm like, honestly, I don't know, and I always go into books not knowing much, and I just have a really shit memory, so even if I read a book description, the literal next day, I won't be able to tell you what it's about. So yeah, that's why, I don't know if you've noticed, but in my past few videos, I've been just reading off the Goodreads description, because it's a lot easier for me. It's probably better for you, because it's more like succinct. And yeah, I don't know why I'm explaining myself so much. I like saw a thing on Twitter once that was like, I hate when people say they don't know what a book is about, because it's like, look it up, and I'm like, I don't know, I feel like personally attacked by that, but it's like, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just gonna redo the Goodreads description, because that's the description on its own page for a reason, because it's good, because it's written out by the author or whoever the fuck writes descriptions. So yeah, this is a description for Sing Unburied Sing. Jojo and his toddler sister Kayla live with their grandparents, Mam and Pop, and the occasional presence of their drug-addicted mother, Leonie, on a farm on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. Leonie is simultaneously tormented and comforted by visions of her dead brother, which only come to her when she's high. Mam is dying of cancer, and quiet, steady Pop tries to run the household and teach Jojo how to be a man. When the white father of Leonie's children is released from prison, she packs her kids and a friend into her car and sets out across the state for Parchment Farm, the Mississippi State Penitentiary, on a journey rife with danger and promise. Sing Unburied Sing grapples with the ugly truths at the heart of the American story and the power and limitations of the bonds of family. So it's following 3 different perspectives. One is Jojo, the teenage boy. He has a black mother and a white father, so he's mixed race. The second perspective we're following is Leonie, who is Jojo's mother, and she's addicted to drugs. And then the third perspective we get like throughout the book, it's not like a solid perspective, but is this guy named Richie. And we know of Richie because Pop, who's Jojo's grandpa, he talks about him, and he was a guy that he knew, a young kid that he knew when Pop was in the state penitentiary. And I think Pop was 15 and this kid Richie was 12, so we get some of his perspectives throughout. And I think that the Goodreads description does a pretty good job. It's just a very character-driven story. There's really no plot other than them just driving to the penitentiary to pick up Jojo's father, Michael. It's also a really big conversation on race and what it's like to live in the South as not only a person of color, but especially one of mixed race. And we hear a lot of Jojo's grandfather's stories of, like I said, him in the penitentiary. And there's scenes of them like getting pulled over by the cops and what goes along with that when you're a person of color. I'm listening to the audiobook, and I would say if you want to read this and you listen to audiobooks, I would highly recommend the audiobook for this, because if you guys have listened to the audiobook for The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, I feel like it reads very similar to that. It almost sounds like it's like spoken poetry, the way that the author Jesmyn Ward writes it. I'm really enjoying the writing. It's very lyrical, it's very poetic and like filled with metaphors, and I think the narrators are doing a great job of putting that forward and showing how this story is meant to be read. I am 67% of the way through, and I will definitely finish it tomorrow. I've just been listening to the audiobook any chance I get. Like I made muffins, I washed the dishes, I did all these things, and I'm purposely doing stuff so I can listen to an audiobook. It reads almost like non-fiction more than like fiction. I feel like this is obviously a lot of people's lives, were a lot of people's lives, so I think that it's just written really, really well, and I don't know, I feel like the characters are so real, and I think that they're just so developed, and I think what's happening to these characters is so developed, and so
real, like I said, I feel like it could be a nonfiction piece. I am flying through it really fast. It was an 8-hour audiobook and I only have 2 hours and 45 minutes left, and I think that the quality of this audiobook, and not just the audiobook but the quality of the novel itself, is definitely a factor in making me read this so fast. So yeah, I just wanted to give you my thoughts. And then the physical book I'm reading right now is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, and I can't say much about the actual plot of this one because it is a continuation on in a series. I will read you the description of the first book in the series, Cinder, and that is 16-year-old Cinder is considered a technological mistake by most of society and a burden by her stepmother. Being cyborg does have its benefits, though. Cinder's brain interference has given her an uncanny ability to fix things, making her the best mechanic in New Beijing. This reputation brings Prince Kai himself to her weekly market booth, needing her to repair a broken android before the annual ball. He jokingly calls it a matter of national security, but Cinder suspects it's more serious than he's letting on. Although eager to impress the prince, Cinder's intentions are derailed when her youngest stepsister and only human friend is infected with the fatal plague that's been devastating Earth for a decade. Blaming Cinder for her daughter's illness, Cinder's stepmother volunteers her body for plague research, an honor that no one has survived. But it doesn't take long for the scientists to discover something unusual about their new guinea pig, something others would kill for. So Scarlet, the one I'm reading now, is a continuation on in Cinder's story, but we're also following a new character, Scarlet, and what I know so far is that she lives in France, and her grandmother has been missing, and I think it's gonna follow her trying to find her grandmother. And each book in the series is a retelling. So obviously the first one was a retelling of Cinderella. This one, Scarlet, is a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood. So I'm interested to continue on with this and see how their stories interconnect and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to do a little update. I'm not coming up for air tonight until I've read to chapter 23 of Scarlet. And I will probably update you guys tomorrow because I don't think I have much else to say, and I don't want this vlog to be super long, even though it already is. But yeah, so I'll update you guys tomorrow. Hi, so I look kind of a mess, like my hair, but we're just gonna deal with it. But I just want to wrap the vlog up here. So I didn't finish either of the two books I said I was going to, and it's 8:15 p.m. on April 30th, I think, the last day of April. So I could easily finish both. I'm 82% of the way done with Sing Unburied Sing, and I think I'm about 50% of the way through Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, but I just don't want to force myself to read right now. I just am not in the mood to read. I just don't want to read, and I feel like if I force myself, that's almost putting me in slump territory, so I don't want to force myself. And I know that this vlog is kind of a mess. I don't think I really read anything, but I'm gonna upload it anyways, and let me know if you guys enjoyed the vlogs. I really enjoy vlogging, and I was thinking that I could continue weekly vlogging, if that's something you guys are into. I don't know, I just really enjoy vlogging. I enjoy putting the content together and finding new music to put over little time lapses and stuff. So I'm thinking about continuing on vlogging throughout May. We'll see how it goes though. But yeah, just wanted to wrap this up. I didn't finish either of the books I said I was going to, but if I continue vlogging, maybe you'll see it in another vlog. Thoughts right now, I'm really enjoying both. Scarlet, I feel, is a little bit slow. I'm a little bit bored in Scarlet, just because I hate this thing where we know information before the characters do, and I'm oh my god, it's so boring to me, and I just hate that. I just hate when books do that, and that's happening a little bit in Scarlet, but the characters are kind of discovering the stuff that we know now, so that's picking up the pace a little bit. Sing Unburied Sing is really good. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's an important read, and yeah, like I said, not done either one of them, so I don't have really cohesive thoughts, but I hate to leave you guys on a cliffhanger, but I'm gonna wrap this up. So thank you so much for watching. Comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff if you enjoyed. And I will catch you in my next one.